Okay, so let's look at part 2 of our study of Passé Composé. We're going to learn about irregular past participles. So remember me telling you about how to form regular past participles. We get out an axe, we chop off the ER and we add E, we chop off the IR and we add I, we chop off the RE and add U. Remember that? Well, sorry. Now we're learning irregular past participles, and there is no axe here. Irregular past participles have 3 possible end sounds: I, U, and E. Let's do it again. I, U, E. There are a number of verbs that sound like I. We have dit, écrit, mis, permis, pris, appris, compris, and we have a number of them that sound like U. Actually, we don't have a number of them. We have some. So we have U, cru, vu, bu, du, pu, lu, reçu, voulu. And we have just a couple that sound like E. Actually, we have about 4, but you're only learning 2 here. Été, fait. All right, those are the irregular past participles. That's it. They either sound like I, U, or E. Don't say I haven't warned you, okay? The 3 verbs you are most likely to get wrong when you're having to come up with past participles are avoir, which is eu, être, which is été, and prendre, which is pris. You have to memorize the irregular past participles. I have a Quizlet. I will put links to all 4 of my excellent, if I do say so myself, Quizlets for learning the Passé Composé. I will put links to all of them in the description or right below the description. It depends. So you could be tested in 2 ways. The hard way is the first way. The easy way is the second way. So basically the answer would be the same for each, right? J'ai lu le livre, etc., etc., etc. Do you understand why the second way is easier? The infinitive is provided to you, and you just have to remember what the past participle is for each infinitive. So you know that lire has a past participle of lu, grossir has a past participle of grossi, dire, etc., etc. But you might go, that's not so easy. I don't think that's easy. Well, guess what? It's even harder when you do it the number 1 way. Okay, so make sure you take advantage of Quizlets and flashcards to learn cold the past participles. But wait, there's more, and it's not great news. All right, this is really hard. In order to do it correctly this way, you have to know that je lis le livre, that lis is actually the verb lire. Grossir, that's pretty obvious that it's grossir. But what about disons? That's not obvious that it's dire. And I guarantee you, prenne is not obviously prendre. Then you have to come up with the past participle. So basically, you have an extra step. You have to recognize the verb conjugated in the present tense. So guess what? I have a Quizlet that tells you, that makes you practice recognizing what the infinitive is for each of these verbs, or for all of the crazy verbs. Okay, so we have Quizlet number 1 that basically has you memorize the meanings of a whole bunch of verbs. So you have to learn that permettre means to permit, and croire means to believe. Okay, that's one Quizlet. Quizlet 2 gives you the verbs conjugated. Quizlet 3 makes you come up with the past participles, and Quizlet 4, which is not on here, basically has one of the more difficult verbs conjugated in the present tense, and it just makes you have to recognize which infinitive it belongs to. And guess what? That was the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching.